afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're the SEM consultant from Tsinghua University. It is a real honor of us to be presenting here to you today. And first, allow me to introduce my team members. I'm Fu Ning from Tsinghua University Accounting, and this is my teammate Xue Chen, and then Chen Kai and Wang Yueheng. Today, we're presenting you the strategy of train travel. When the city of Hong Kong is swept by the tourists, can it still remain its beauty? When the industry is invaded by zero-fee tourists, can it still stand? How do players stand its place in the industry? Today, we are presenting you the strategy. First, let me introduce you our objectives and agenda. Through the examination of tourism industry, Trendy Travel is endeavoring to sell its business and set the trend. Our objectives are as follows. First, how to ride the trend of tourism boom of inbound tours, and second, how to lead the trend of business model. Our agenda are as follows. First, the background analysis, and then the strategies, including industry interpretation, value chain optimization, and business enrichment. And lastly is our financials and implementations. First, let me please lead you to go through our key issues. In terms of experiencing the business decline, Trendy Travel is considering reconstructuring its functions. Nowadays, the functions include package tours and IVS, of which Trendy Travel is only doing package tours that are separated into regular tours and zero-fee tours. As for IVS, they are for free travelers and business travelers. The impact of zero-fee tours of the industry is the first thing that we are to examine. And secondly, is whether or not Trendy Travel should adopt this kind of tour function as zero-fee tours. Squeezed by zero-fee tours, regular tours are facing a difficult time. Its target customers are those experienced or initiated they ask for better experiences with hotels, tour guides, and everything, and then they're willing to pay for a higher fee. So the pros and cons of regular tours are as follows. The good thing about it is that it has agreeable experiences and more flexible schedule, and thus resulting more customer satisfactory and industrial service maintenance. And as far as cons, it is very expensive, and the market share is enduring a cut down. Nowadays, there is this rise of another tour that is called the zero-fee tour. As for this tour, Hong Kong has witnessed a remarkable growth in zero-fee tours. Behind the prosperous surface, the problem has risen as well. First is its target customers. They are price initiated because they're extremely cheap, for like approximately 800 RMB each, which is far below the industry average. And then it is less demanding. As for the customers, they don't demand great hotels, they don't demand great experiences, they don't demand good arrangements. They just want to go sightseeing and see all the stuff. And there's this also kind of tourists that they only go to Hong Kong for shopping. And for those customers, they prefer to choose zero-fee tours. And as I've mentioned, its advantage is mainly its cheap price, so it results in the traveler boom and industry growth. And its cons are, however, lacking services and compulsory shopping. That has caused a lot of problems in recent years. And also, it has caused increasing complaints and decreasing satisfactory. Now let's look at the Trendy Travel. placing customer satisfactory in the first place. Trendy travel is not necessarily suitable for the zero-fee travelers, but it could take advantage of certain features. First, it's unsustainable for the industry, because the shopping mode may change because of the internet shopping, like Taobao. Whatever they can do, Taobao can do as well, like shopping stuff, and also the regulatory. And also this kind of tours is with externality. I'm sorry, could I let my teammates to continue this part?
Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, about understandable, I have to explain the whole system of the zero-free. Start with the tourists who would like to have the very low price. They're going to pay a fixed price to the DA, who is the internal agencies in China, and then the DA is going to receive this thing and selling their tourists to the DAs in local in Hong Kong, like Trendy. And then this kind of RA are going to introduce some shops, designated shops to all these tourists, and then they're going to get some fees from the shops. And also they're going to have the tour guides to guide all our tourists to every shops, and so they can get a commission from the shops as well. So the thing is that they're going to attract the tourists who cares most about price. And then they would not going to pay anything for other things. So as you all know, that at the end, no one would like to buy the very expensive things, and the tourists, and we are going to have a very sharp conflicts with the tour guide, and the whole trip is going to ruin. And the second thing is with the externality, that is, we are going to have a bad impact of all the industry. That people were going to say that when we go to Hong Kong, we have nothing but very bad experience in the shops, but no other things. And finally, that's going to have very serious problem of ethics, which means that people will not trust the tourist guide, tour guide, everything in Hong Kong. It's going to be a very bad impact for Hong Kong and for the whole industry, and Trendy is one of them. So furthermore, I'm going to explain how we can attract all the customers. We see that we divide our tourists into two parts. One is who would like to care about price, and another one is who cares about experience. And we see that Trendy is one of the RAs in Hong Kong. And then we have others like the local hotels, transportations, tour guide in Hong Kong as well. So we're glad to say that in this industry, the trend is that differentiation of the customers are going to have to lead to the segmentation, and also the number of players, too many number of players in industry are going to have a waste of resources. So we're going to introduce you two strategies for these solutions. For the first trend, we see that it's about segmentation. We're going to give a lot of package. We see that for the tourists, some of them care about price, and another ones that cares about experience. And on the other hand, we have the budget hotels, we have the budget transportation, we have budget tour guide, and on the other hand, we have superior service hotels like the one we're here today in Hong Kong. So we're going to divide them into two groups. One group is for the budget trip. We're going to provide the basic needs, and for the high end with the hotels, and they also have very superior service of the hotels. So we're going to provide different package tour to different kind of tourists. And on the other hand, we're going to use as much as possible our resources here in Hong Kong and the tourist resources from back in China. We see that a lot of tourists, they have different kind of needs, or they have different DAs. But like the airlines, that we know that the Star Airlines, they have a strategic alliances that you can use the same flight if the number of the flights use the China airline or others have very limited number, they can share their own flight. So the thing is that here in Hong Kong, the agencies can share the same resources as well. So they can share the same resources about hotels, meals, shops, and transportations. And also on the other hand, we can provide a very good and superior tourist experience for our tourists, just in order to integration the whole industry. And then we're going to introduce more about our strategies to Therefore, value chain integration, because what I mentioned is about the industry integration. How can I deal with the relationship with players? So my colleagues were going to tell you more.
Okay, thank you. My colleagues just talked about the integration industry-wide, and why don't we just look, the vertical line? Because actually, the value chain is changing very quickly at the moment. Because originally the value chain would be in this way, like we have the tourists in the upstream, and then we got the DA, and we are just one of RA, and also we have some downstream, like the hotel, the transportation, and the kind of that things. But nowadays there's some new trends in this industry. First is that we have the mass information available on internet, and this is used to be something that's provided by the DA. And also we have the tourists today, they become more and more just cultivated and experienced, so they want to choose the thing they want, and they know more about the destination and also the tourism itself. So actually the traditional value chain is changing. So what's the new value chain? Okay, because actually we have two kinds of new value chain at the moment. First one is just no DA anymore, because the tourists can just get information from the internet rather than from the DA, and also the tourists can get to the destination to form a group rather than form a group in the home city, we would say, like. Because, for example, like if I want to come to Hong Kong, I would just come from the people in Beijing, from Guangzhou, in Shanghai, rather than from all people from Beijing. So actually, we can just there's a new customer. We may just call it like cross-region customers, and we may just also making profit with this kind of customers. And there's another one, another version of the value chain. There will be no DA and RA. It's very typical for the IVS customers, because they just want to arrange everything for themselves, so as to rather to save costs or also to just customize the travel experience. So what we're going to do to making profit in two new kinds of value chain, we have some strategies here. The opportunities in these two value chains should be captured as well. And the first one, we may just develop more product for the cross-region customers, as I've mentioned before. Like we just create kind of the combination for the destinations in Hong Kong and sell them to the customers coming from different regions from China, and then we just gather in Hong Kong, and they go traveling together. And we can just sell this product to hotels, or we just sell it from internet. And that's what I should mention. The second one is we can just design an internet-based platform to sell such kind of product. And also we can just cooperation with the Groupon companies, which is very hot at the moment in China. We just put our product on the internet, and some people from different regions in China, they might just buy the same product, and they just come to Hong Kong together. And in this case, there's no DA, but as an RA, we can still making profit. And for the second one, yeah, for the second value chain, there's no DA and an RA. But as an RA, we also have some the resources, such as we have the connection with the hotel, we have the connection with the transportation, and also from the restaurant. So I mean, we can just try our best to and kind of leverage the result and trying to make money for them. So actually, we got some possible strategies here. Is like we just also cooperate with the Groupon company, and also we just cooperate with the websites such as the C-Trip or something. I mean and also we just even leverage this kind of business with our traditional package tool. Like if we have some IVS customers, we may just put them into the same hotel as the package tool customers, so as to leverage with our resources. And also we believe this kind of new model we may just create extra value for the industry, so it's very healthy, and we believe it will have a very splendid future in the future, in the coming few days. And my colleague will just introduce you the next part.
Thank you, Tsinghua. After we have built the online traveling platform, we want to ask ourselves this question: what else can we do to differentiate ourselves from other similar competitors? When we look at the market, we find two new trends, actually. The first one is the travelers are focusing more and more on their traveling experience, and also more and more platforms or companies are providing cloud service to travelers. So when we consider what we have on our hands through the internet platform, on the upstream side, we have customer information, customer experience, and customer needs. And from the downstream side, we have all those things, including tour guide, hotels, meals, and etc. So we want to find a way to combine those two sides together. How to match the need and the demand, and also to optimize our customer's choice and also our service. Let's look at the following strategy. We would like to create a Web 2.0 platform for the travelers. How do we do so? First, let's look at the past experience sharing and the discussing part. When we combine customer information and also customer experience together, we can find out what customers have, what those travelers have been to, what they have done during their trip, and what do they like, what don't they like, what they think about the trip, the traveling agency, etc. And by doing this, we can create like a discussion board or something like that to share the information among the customers. And that's for customers. What about Trendy ourselves? We can learn from this part how to do our business smarter. That is to say, when customers they're discussing what they like, what they don't like, what they appreciate during the travel, we could also know their preference and also their needs and also their demand. So by this means, we can provide better service to the customers. Also, we would like to expand our service besides just regular traveling. How to do that? When we combine customer information with customer needs, we could divide customers into different categories. For example, maybe some business people went on a traveling for a business meeting or something like that. They only need hotel, they only need transportation, but they don't need like a group to travel with them. So what can we provide for those people? Just the things they need, the better hotel and the better transportation, and probably at a lower cost. And the same strategy holds for other people like students, shopping lovers, etc. So by doing this, we can satisfy the customer's needs for meeting their personal needs, and also for our company Trendy, we can earn a higher reputation and also build like better customer experience. So what kind of situation do we want to bring into the whole traveling industry by implementing such strategies? When we look at the industry for a bigger picture, we would like to achieve a sustainable industry growth. How do we do that? We can see in this picture, Trendy is our company, and customers are like travelers and also other customers we have mentioned before, besides regular traveling, and also the suppliers, that is the downstream suppliers for hotels, meals, etc. And Trendy provide a good service to the customers, and customers have a higher reputation about our company and will be willing to visit our website and choose our service more. And on the supplier side, when Trendy chooses a supplier, they can use the customer's feedback to pick better suppliers that satisfy the customer's needs. And the supplier could provide us with like better service and also less costly service. And between customers and suppliers, customers could give feedback about their opinion on different suppliers, and suppliers could do better according to the feedback. That is our strategy to achieve new trendy and new trend. Okay, so Xuechen will give you our timeline of the development.
Yes, for our timeline, we think that we should take every step steadily, one step, one further. So for the first strategy, we are going to begin right now, and then we're going to have a value chain integration, and finally, enrich our business. So we strongly believe that with our strategy, we're going to have an increase of revenue and also are going to have an increase of income. So may I go through all the strategies and our stories today? We see that as a tourist in China, we're going to experience the good food in Hong Kong, the good shopping experience in Hong Kong, and also the good people in Hong Kong. So with the background, we say no to the zero-fee tour. And we think it's impossible because it's unsustainable and it's unethics and it's not good for our trending company because it's aimed at the middle and high-end customers. And also, we're going to provide the strategies to have Trendy become a real good travel agencies here in Hong Kong. We do the industry integration with the products, and also with the alliance with the other competitors. And we do the value chain optimization to go through the part of DA to reach our customers and to know what the needs of our customers. Finally, the most important thing that we find the demand of our customers. We have all the resources about our taste of our tourists, and also we have the resources of hotel and shops. This is far more from travel. You go to Hong Kong to have your business trip, and you need also this kind of resources. So we're going to provide an e-platform that you can apply this kind of resources on our platform, and we're going to provide this kind of low cost and low price things to you. As everybody knows that travel agency always can get a very good price, and this is what our customer needs. So we reach our customer again and to lead the demand of our customer. Finally, we'd like to say that strongly believe in our strategy. The future in Hong Kong, not only for trendy, but also for the travel industry, is bright and hopeful. Thank you.
If I may ask you, what are the 2 key areas that you would need to focus on in your strategies in order to differentiate your companies from other competitors? What would you say?
You mean the first?
No, if I need to look at 2 areas that in your strategies that you could differentiate from other competitors, because what you talk about, the e-platforms, or price and the connections with other hotels, different types of hotels, I would have said other competitors in the market, they do have the same types of connections, and some of them even have a longer history and more connections.
Yeah.
So how would Trendy differentiate itself in order to stand out from the competitors?
In fact, we have this kind of idea of personalization because of the founder of the company. As we all know that the founder is a travel lover, and he himself is kind of tourist. He understands the needs of the customers, and I think the most important thing for the company, the company's culture, is the understanding of the tourists. So I think the most important thing is to understand what our tourists need. So for us, from very beginning, so we have already have the information. So we divided them into 2 parts and to provide them in different kind of package tools. And in the later years, we are going to develop a platform, the Web 0.2, that the customers can interactions on this kind of website. They can give the feedback to the hotels, our drivers and tour guides, and we can get this kind of information that what kind of the lines are best for our customers, and also what is the best to hotels and everything for them. So as you mentioned about the advantage is that I guess the only word is customer.
And if I might know, I think the most thing that can differentiate us with other competitors will be like, first, as mentioned before, we can use the advanced technology to the concept of Web 2.0. And we believe like in the future, if we just get more opportunities to understand more about customers, we may just adjust our strategies and also like providing better products. And also another thing I would like to emphasize would be the partnership. Web 2.0 will be a way that we can reach out to like leverage the advantage with our partners, and also we mentioned before if we just cooperate with the Groupon companies, when we just sell the product to more people, and also in the new trends of the value chain, there's no DA, and also and we may just sell the product to in a different way. Like if we just cooperate with a hotel in Hong Kong, we may just encourage people who live there and got nothing to do for that day. They may just buy a product to become a member of our travel group, and we can just increase our revenue in this way. And this is something happened already in China or somewhere else, and we don't see this happen in Hong Kong, and maybe this will be something we can do here.
Okay. My question is, I throw you a question, see how you address this. I think you propose an interesting idea, but it's a chicken and egg question, meaning that you need to have the critical mass in order to get a lot of hotel rooms, therefore to provide the cheap prices, and therefore to get customer satisfaction, right? But it's a chicken egg question. Now you're a small player in this industry. You're not in the mass market, right? Firstly, you face a problem of how do you attract this mass. Nobody knows about your company's quite great services, right? But the other companies offering much cheaper, but your reputation is not there yet. So in a way, once you get it going, yes, then a lot of your ideas might work, but you're not there yet. So how do you resolve the chicken and egg question? That you need to get there before all of these strategies work.
So I think that what we should do right now, right here, is alliance with other travel agencies in Hong Kong. So the thing that we're going to share our customers. So as mentioned, we can have the customer base, and we can share the hotels, the resources we have in hand. And also we can provide the hotels resources to other travel agencies and have a low cost. But in the middle, we're going to provide our own tour guide and also our own tour line. So this is our, based on this thing, the whole advantages are quite here, but we can share all the resources at the beginning, at the end, and finally we can see that the Chinese tourists are going to have a lot of idea about how we provide the whole training every day. Your schedule is very good from our agency, and also we use the resources from other agencies in order to get a low price. So this kind of thing to bring the customers, to bring a reputation with a very low operational cost.
Yes, and if I may add something to her answer, I would like to say this according to your question, is that the case asks us to think about both the short-term and the long-term goal for Trendy. So according to our opinion, we think that in the short term, we're facing with this zero fee traveling style, which is a common question to not only Trendy, but maybe all the traveling agencies here in Hong Kong, and also a lot in mainland China as well. So I guess we have the same goal, we have the same problem. We all want to build the traveling industry better, to build Hong Kong into a more attractive city. And in order to achieve this goal, we would like to first do it from ourselves, Trendy. We do it small, do it steady, and to address a correct way of doing this traveling business. And then through our strategic alliance with other players in this industry, we could expand this correct method to the whole industry and try to make the industry improved and better both for the players and also the customers.
Given that you will become the leader in this in building up this new model, how come you can convince the other competitor, exactly the big players in the market, to follow you? What kind of message you would like to show to them, make sure that this model is financially work better than the old model?
So according to our opinion, we think that a lot of traveling agencies are doing business in their own ways, and people, not only the customers, the agencies themselves could compare their business models with each other's to see which one is inferior and which one is superior. And I think by doing our business correct, we build, because it is mentioned in the case that we are like a middle scale company, so we have certain level of reputation. We have a pretty stable customer base. So when we implement the correct strategy to expand our customer and to expand our maybe the industry coverage, so other traveling agencies will see our method is better than the zero-fee traveling style. So maybe when we achieve this goal, we could negotiate more into this strategic alliance with other players in the industry, so that your questions could be answered.
Yeah, and if I might add, a very important signal that we're going to convey to our competitors, to the big players in the market, will be that actually we're not trying to capture their market share. We're not just fighting them with the limited market share. What we do here is trying to make the market bigger. And the strategy we mentioned here is not only the strategy for trendy travel, maybe it's a very good idea for even for the whole industry. Even if industry is, double in the future or just grow very quick in the future, even our market share is going down, we're still making more profit, and we're just making contribution to the whole industry, and which is, in line with the company's ethic and in line with the owner of the company. He's a very honorable man, and he would like to do things like this, we believe.
If I may add on, for financially, so we always see the equation of revenue minus cost, and to get what we have is the net income or net profit. So we're going to break down it. From the revenue part, we say no to a zero-fee tour. It's going to attract more customers from the mainland China and also other countries. So we're going to have a larger customer base. And for every customer, they are going to pay more in Hong Kong because we are going to provide them the service they want. So from the revenue part, we can have more customers and to make every customer to pay more here in Hong Kong as well. For the cars, the most important thing I mentioned is about the strategic alliance, which means that we're going to hand it with other agencies in order to provide the economy of scale, which can definitely to reduce the cost. From this kind of logic, we can see that a lot of net income for both of Trendy agency and other agency in Hong Kong, we're going to have very good financial performance.
Thank you, Tsinghua University. The time is up for the Q&A. Thank you.
Thank you very much.